Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Market Report for Monday, the 21st of June 2021, where in just a few minutes I'll tell you everything you need to know about what's happened in financial markets and the world of economics today. I'm Michael Thompson, in the chair this afternoon for Sean Aylmer. The S&P ASX 200 closed down sharply today, its worst session in more than a month, with 9 of the 11 sectors on the index losing ground. The worst performing sector by far was financial services, led by the Commonwealth Bank. Plenty more on that in a moment. But it meant the market opened lower and stayed that way all day, wiping almost 3 weeks worth of gains. The S&P ASX 200 closed down 1.8% or 134 points to 7,235 points. Let's talk about the banks first. After a run of record results which saw Commonwealth Bank shares blowing well past the $100 mark, today it fell back sharply. This morning, CBA announced it had agreed to sell its general insurance business CommInsure to the Hollard Group for $625 million upfront, then ongoing commissions taking the deal to more than $1 billion. As part of the agreement, Commonwealth Bank will work with Hollard to distribute home and car insurance products to the bank's retail customers. But as the Financial Review reports, the sale also marks the last of 13 separate divestments since 2017, leaving the bank focused now on its core offering, being Australia's biggest retail bank. Commonwealth Bank closed down 5.4% to $98.06. The rest of the Big Four also slipped today. ANZ lost more than 3.1%, Westpac was down 2.7%, NAB dropped 1.7%. The fifth largest bank, Bendigo and Adelaide Group, was down 5.3%. AMP closed down more than 6% as well. And still in financial services, Federal Treasurer Josh Frydenberg has approved the purchase of ME Bank by Bank of Queensland, which was the final hurdle for the $1.3 billion transaction. Shares in Bank of Queensland closed down almost 5% today. Really, the banks were the biggest story on the markets today, but there were a few other poor performers as well. In percentage terms, the biggest drop on the S&P ASX 200 today came from mining technology company Codan, which closed down 11.8%. NRW Holdings, which supplies services to the mining and infrastructure sectors, lost 7%. At the other end of the market, there were only a couple of dozen companies in the S&P ASX 200 that rose, and the top 3 were all tech stocks. Buy now, pay later leader Afterpay was up almost 2.5%. Megaport climbed around 2.3%, and software company Altium was up just over 2%. In economic news, retail figures for May 2021 were out today from the Australian Bureau of Statistics. The preliminary monthly aggregate estimates of retail turnover in Australia showed a total $31.07 billion in spending, which was 7.4% higher than May 2020. That's quite a bit less than the 25% year-on-year growth achieved in April, but it's still pretty strong. Those preliminary figures cover around 80% of total retail turnover, and the final confirmed numbers will come out on the 5th of July. And it doesn't really fit into either corporate news or economic news, but Australia has a new Deputy Prime Minister. This morning, Barnaby Joyce rolled current leader Michael McCormack in a leadership spill to become the new leader of the National Party for the second time. The Aussie dollar is trading at 75 US cents. Gold is at $1,778 an ounce. The oil price is just under $72 a barrel. That's it for the afternoon market report for Monday, the 21st of June 2021. Join us tomorrow morning for the regular edition of the Fear and Greed Business Headlines. I'm Michael Thompson. Enjoy your evening.